you have to bear in mind that most of these individuals aren't like Dino, they're not top tier, they're not like, you know, the top artists in the industry, they're wannabe artists.
My client doesn't issue any animosity towards his opponents, his enemies, the vermin that have approached him over the years. My client, with all due respect, understands the circumstances of this generation. One great advocate, one great manager has really put things in perspective in terms of this current generation. And I break it down so simple because, see, Dino, he's not like these others. He doesn't do what others do. And there are people out here that want to be, they want to be, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with being like that. But this generation, can they make freestyles like Dino without copying and pasting? No. Can they talk like Dino? No. Without copy and pasting. The answers to those questions is going to be the further answers to these questions. Let me clarify. They're all a bunch of wannabes. Like I mentioned earlier about the advocate and the manager saying that exact line, that's this current generation. Because once upon a time, that's just what you hear. Once upon a time, we would have allowed you to train here. Once upon a time, we would have allowed you to work here. Once upon a time, we would have allowed you to work with this person. Instead of being a real person and understanding that those words upset my client, it doesn't upset me. What upsets me is the fact that they choose to act like that, which makes them a massive cunt. Now, you see, when I am focused and I'm in the zone and I'm saying all these things, but I don't have any animosity towards my enemies, they're enemies of mine. But what you have to respect at the end of the day, they're not Dino. They're not intelligent because they're wannabes. And social medias make them wannabes. They live behind expectations. No, not expectations, something better. They live behind excuses. Think of these raps I've been rapping about for the past how many years? Since 2017, 2018, right? When I started and kicked off my rap journey, right? And I should have done this a long time ago. People would have disrespected me. But I'm not here for you. I'm not here for them. I'm here for Dino. The only person I care about is Dino, because nobody respects Dino. Nobody respects this generation, not like Dino. And when Dino's telling you you're a bunch of wannabes, you have a choice. You have a choice. Essentially, you have a choice. It's in your pocket. They do. They all have a choice, Dino. They do. But what do they do instead? That's the question. this particular generation, it's not nice. And I don't know when people are gonna realize, but nice guys finish last. But you see, Dino, he isn't just any common guy. He's the guy. The best to ever do this. What really confuses me is, you know, when we argue and right, and we're proper like trying to understand what all this is about, right? Because we do, right? We're curious, right? We're intrigued. We wanna know more. And the thing with me is like, I'm not that type of person like I wanna like push, you know, because you've had that expression, you know, push. I can push back, right? Whatever, however that expression goes. With me, it's like I like to learn. And I think a lot of people can take that expression and take it the wrong way, or like my sort of influence can rub off on them the wrong way, if that makes sense. But the thing with me is, like, I don't really have like an influence on other people. Like, I'm not around these people. A lot of people will feel dominated by my personality or by my character or by my presence, that they just will feel defeated by the fact that I'm there, bro. And that's why majority of them will just try and spend like a lot of the time trying to exclude me from the situation. And that's not a solution, that's a problem. And that's why I started calling these freestyles, I started naming them, because to me, you know, I don't really call myself an anomaly or a problem. That is what my enemies named me. Now, we can also talk about Springdale, or Highfields, or Kingston, or New Park, those facilities. We could talk forever and a day about them, but for me personally, being there, it was just for me to learn, for me to sort of meet people that I wouldn't really want to socialize with. I wouldn't want. And here's a depressing thing, right? Is because in life they always say you meet people that you won't see eye to eye with. And for me, because I spent most of my time idolizing morons, you know, frauds, like fake wannabes trying to be whatever, right? I spent a lot of my time around those type of people. For me, I was there to just like learn, you know, to just try and see how things were done, and, you know, to just try and get better at whatever it is that I wanted to do, because there were subjects, you know, lessons that I needed to do, and for me, I needed to get through it. I needed those lessons. So for these people to be there to sort of, you know, show everyone that they were a classroom joke, you know, a jester, you know, and even now, even in my freestyles, I utilize that line, a king will always laugh at a jester. That's my line now. Yeah. There is not an artist in this game that has been in the same situation I have.